devant les stèles pour honorer la mémoire de vos frères de combat. Merci infiniment d'avoir souhaité être à nos côtés en ce jour et en ce lieu. Mesdames, Messieurs, chers amis, merci à vous pour votre aimable et respectueuse attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, I'd like to salute and thank especially for the presence the mayors of Amfreville and Gourbyville. We are very honored and we have a great pleasure to have right at our side our American friends, veterans that make such a long trip from the States to be in Normandy with us this year. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to make you introduction to Mr. Lou Vecchi from the H Company in the 506 PRR 101st Airborne Division, Mr. Robert Nudie from the H Company of the 506 PRR 101st Airborne Division, and Mr. Isaac Philip Curtis from the 4th Infantry Division, IV Division, 22nd Regiment, 1st Company. We'd like to especially thank the families of Mr. Roger Delarac from Yvetot Bocage and Mr. Alan Aspley from Orgland, whose our friends have been staying and that make it possible for them to bring him here to be among us. Thank you infinitely for them. You just applaud them. It's always for us with a lot of emotion, our dear friend, American veterans, to receive you in this special place with so much history attached to it. Among the previous years, we have the immense honor, like today, to receive here, right there, a great number of your comrades. Many of them are today passed away. Nevertheless, this is now their family that are taking the relay and coming here. Dear veterans friends, when you arrive in Normandy, seaborne or by the air, airborne, you were heroic combatants. You demonstrated in 1944 that you were courageous, determined soldiers, and you're perfectly illustrated in combat. You were facing with foes that were totally tough, endured, knowing very well the field combat, and most of the time you were overnumbered. Whatever that, you prevailed to reduce their fierce resistance, to hunt them down, and to annihilate them. We all know that Battle of Normandy was the starting board for the reconquest of Europe. This Battle of Normandy, amongst thriving battles, we were led by millions of people who, like you, were airborne or seaborne on our beaches. Among yours, some were not even 20 years old, and it would be the longest day, and for most of them, it was the last one. To understand the sacrifices, it's only necessary to visit the American military cemeteries. Their sacrifice was the price to pay for freedom. Their sufferance, dear American veterans, whether moral or physical, you overcome them to offer us our freedom. 67 years after this event, emotion is really among us when we see you and we think about your valorous comrades fallen in combat that offered their life to save ours. Here on in these pastures, the orchards and the marshland behind us were all around us. Your comrades, paratroopers of the 507th, of the 508, and the foot soldiers of the 325th Infantry Glider Regiment were almost surrounded from the 6th to the 9th of June, and they fought night and day to compete the foe to gain any ground and to annihilate them. Many of them lost their life right behind these edges. Many were wounded. All of them suffered. But in the final, they overcome, they prevailed, and they were conquered. We can imagine Lieutenant Colonel Charles Timmis, commanding officer of 507 of the 507th, among these men, what he had to live, these moments filled with joys but also tears. Whatever the part you will be when you fought, dear veterans, all of us here, French citizens, we consider you as heroes, as well as all your old comrades who stay forever under the ground of Normandy. Today, thanks to you, to your sacrifice and your sufferings, we live in a France on a land of peace and freedom. Be all convinced that you will be always the subject of our everlasting reconnaissance. Right at this moment, we have a special thought to all your comrades fallen in combat, and your veterans, comrades too, we, for many reasons, couldn't come today in Normandy. We thank very much to all of them. Their memories will never be erased. We will keep on without stopping to honor their memory. The American friend, you can be assured that the Normandy people, they have memory. This land of Normandy is part of what is also yours, because there is no contest, yet you are for a long time already. You are at home here in Normandy. In a moment, all together, we're going to lay some wreath of flowers in front of this stele to honor the memory of your combat brother of arms. Thank you immensely to have Saint Robert to be other side in this day and in this place. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen and dear friends, for your respectful attention. I'm very sorry, I forgot a very important an oral member from our association that is right around here. He has been all this time coming so many times with us in Normandy to honor the veterans. I'm talking about Master Sergeant Jean Garin from the Special Forces that is among us, and he's going to help us to lay the flowers with a rose. Thank you, Jean, for being there. One of the mistakes of my part is to honor also the Souvenir Français, all these nice flag bearers that you have here, that's coming from Donfont, and that make this long trip to be with among us.
Nous allons procéder au dépôt de germes.
No, just one. Il m'a demandé s'il avait une lettre.
Veuillez déposer les germes. You can lay the flowers.
aux morts.
Aux morts.
Les hymnes. Les hymnes.
You can now salute the flag bearer, please.